Hello. Glad to see no one. I made a mistake on my last mail call. One, I talked about things I shouldn't have. But two, I had asked some. I had asked Lemon to get me some dimes, and to finish up my book. Well, they're dimes that don't exist. I had asked him for a 65D, a 66D, and a 67D. And as everybody knows, that in 65 through 67, they didn't put mint marks on anything because the lady that was in charge decided that she didn't want mint marks for whatever reason. I guess so that you could play the game of, do you think this came from San Francisco? Anyway, so he was searching for coins that didn't exist because he was also on a stream when I asked him and talking to them, and that just wasn't fair to him because he's looking for something, not thinking about um, what it is and the fact that they weren't there. I'm sure he later went, so sorry, Lemon, that I had you looking for coins that didn't exist. I fixed that page in my book. This album must have been printed before 1965 when they did that. So what I did was I took my label maker and I corrected the date. Hey, Lemon, I was apologizing for having you search for those coins, those dimes, because they don't exist. They're 65, 66, and 67, the year they didn't put mint marks on. And this album must have been produced before that time. So, So, anyway, but what I did was I went and took my label maker and made labels and corrected the book. So now the book is complete. I have my second completed book, the first being the Jefferson Nickels, now my Roosevelt dimes. I took the dimes that I got from you out of that last book and I put them in one of these, which I found an old one and I changed the date. Okay. I changed the date on it too and changed all the dates on the inside and put the coins you sent me in it. So I can slide one of those silver pages in there at some point. And because down here we have such humidity, tarnish is part of life unless you can keep them, where they can't in an airtight or something. Yeah, I liked it. And here's something you're gonna like. You know how I told you I couldn't bring myself to break open those proof sets? Well, I did it. I got a year sets book and I opened my proof sets. I need a cheap 1978 to finish this book out. Because that one in 90, I think. But I broke open the proof sets and made a beautiful book so that I can look at them easier and not have to open each little box and stuff like that every time. But I need a 78 and a 91. 78 and a 91 to finish it out. Yes, actually it was because Charlie came in here. He could hear me banging on something because I took a hammer, set it on the floor, and was knocking the corners, and they would pop open this way. And Charlie heard me banging. He comes in. Can I help? I figured, he hadn't smashed his fingers near as many times as I have in my lifetime. So yes, Charlie, you can help. Go ahead and smash your fingers. He didn't smash a one. He's a good kid. But yeah, I popped them open. I still have, yes, it is good therapy. Some more sets. I've got another book coming. My mom can find anything up where she lives, so she's got me some more books coming. Um, but I wanted to apologize for making you look for those coins that did not exist, because that was really bad. I think we did that on the nickels too, and we said we would remember that. We didn't remember that. Um, but yeah, I got enough to start the next book, but they're not as complete as this section was. So I'll get with you on the years I need for that. But it was fun, and the fact that they're beautiful. The coins that didn't fit in here, the dollars, I have set somewhere. Where did I? Oh, right here. I set them aside and put them in airtight till I can get an Eisenhower book. I need an Eisenhower, and I need a Susan B. Anthony and a Sacagawea, and I don't know if they make those in this kind, because this is the kind I like. And I don't want the binders with the three-prong binders. I got your 19 BUs here to put in Charlotte's book, but yeah, I put these in the airtights, or similar to airtights. And I got to get some coins. Yeah, the Ikes. And then the Susan B. Anthony's, I got to get some airtight holders for them. But I kind of feel that's stupid when I'm going to get a book. Why spend the money on airtights when I can get a book for less? So I'm going to start doing them. That's all I had at the time to put them in, because they don't fit in there. And then this is one of those, this is a proof set, please don't open things. The commemorative thing. Charlie likes them, so I'm probably going to, when I get a bunch of those together, I'm probably going to put them in a floating deal for him so that he can have that. Because, yeah, we're having fun doing that. Snap tights, yes. In fact, one of the snap tights doesn't want to snap tight. I don't have the Ike in hard enough. I have to put my gloves back on and work on it. And then I've got to do a shout out for Ann Carlton. A while back, Charlotte went to visit her dad in Lubbock, and on the flight, she met a lady named Ann Carlton who lives in Canada, who had come down, apparently comes down and buys her wardrobe and then flies back to Canada because it's cheaper for her to do that. She leaves all her old clothes down here and gets new and goes back. But anyway, and while she and Charlotte were talking on that flight, Charlotte told her about me and Charlie doing coins, and she had some Canadian coins in her purse, which she gave to Charlotte. Of course, it's been so long ago that I've already put them in flips and put them in my Canadian. This is all Canadian. I have more Canadian, but this box is all Canadian. And I put the flips in here, but I wanted to thank her because when Charlotte came home with these, Charlie and I just went crazy. It was like just so cool that someone would give us, and she wouldn't take money from Charlotte, would give us these coins to add to our collection. And I collect 3 places, and they're all attached. I collect U.S. coins. I mean, really, really collect, and they'll have their own box. Canadian coins, A Cousin Jeff, and Mexican coins. I have all 3 of those. The Mexico has its own box as well, which is going to get fuller when I go down there this summer or next fall or whenever we're supposed to go. You don't say that because you don't want people looking at your house. Oh. But we'll have somebody in our house. Mom's going to come down and my nephew probably, and they're going to stay in the house and take care of it. So if anybody's stupid enough to try to come to our house, come on, they carry guns. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing these coin sets. I had a lot of fun doing finishing the albums. Charlie wants to do the next set of uh, Nichols by himself, because we have Nichols through. Let's see, what year did we stop on Nichols? We got Buffaloes. We've got Liberty Heads. We've got Jefferson. So after the Jefferson is where he wants to start. And he wants to do it all by himself, which we've already got a really nice start because I've been putting in the really nice coins in behind. Um, but he wants to do the ones after 1964. So he's going to do those himself. Yes, we're going to Mexico. What cities did they say?
It's the
Cozumel?
Yucatan Peninsula.
The Yucatan Peninsula. I think Cozumel and somewhere else that sounds really touristy. Yeah, because we're going on a Carnival cruise. Carnival cruise that Charlotte's aunt and cousin are taking us on as a present and gift. They come down once a year to see Charlie, since they live in Colorado and we live in Texas. So we spend a week with them every year, and this is their vacation. Yeah, I haven't been able to go the last couple of years because I haven't felt well. But I determined no matter what I feel like this year, I'm going because it's a cruise. How often do you get given a cruise? You know, I mean, because I want to see places, and I haven't been to Mexico since before my dad died, and my dad died when I was 16, so it's been at least when I was 12 or 13 since I've been to Mexico. Yeah, I can feel bad on the ship and have people wait on me hand and foot. Do you know that one lady lives on the ship? There's an older lady that lives on the ship because she can pay them, get fed all she wants, eat all she wants, get taken care of, and yeah, for the whole year, and for what she was paying, for less than what she was paying to a nursing home that treats you like crap. Because I watched my great grandmother in a nursing home. My mother will never, ever go to one of those. Charlotte and I will never, ever go to one of those. I don't care how bad Charlie wants us out of his house when we're old, he's stuck with us. Of course, he doesn't mind because he's told us he's never moving out, that this is his house and his home, which it is, and that he is always going to live with us. He has no intention on ever getting married because girls are icky. And we find it funny because we know girls aren't going to be icky that long. And all the little girls already love him because he stands up for them at school and doesn't let the guys pick on him. Sometimes, most of the time, And when he does, it's usually the easy pick on stuff, not the mean stuff. He doesn't let anybody be mean to anyone. We've taught him well enough that he some of his friends are
Boys.
yeah, he has friends that are boys, but I was thinking more along the line of he's got a couple of autistic, couple of slower friends, um, and he doesn't treat them any different. He plays with them the same. He works with them. He makes sure that they feel wanted, and I couldn't be prouder of this kid. I couldn't because it was somebody was bragging about how they were mean to a dwarf, and he was in the 5th grade and really small, and they were talking about how mean he was, and Charlie was going to get in on it, because they were popping jokes in the back seat of my car, and I went, no. I'm like, he's got a heart and a mind, and he just wants to be accepted. And I said, no one, just because they look different, should ever be different, be treated different. And Charlie just took it to heart, and he has been the good kid that he is ever since. He turns his cheek if he can. If he can't, he'll pop you in the nose. And I showed him where to hit on his hand so that he doesn't hurt his hand. All the years in karate class and teaching karate students, I should be able to teach my own son. Of course, I can't kick higher than this now. But I did. I warned the other kids now after that last fight, that my son was fixing to learn how to fight. And if you thought he could fight before, wait till I got finished with him. So they better be nice. And it's been much better. But anyway, so how are you, Lemon? We are trying to raise that kid right. I want him to be the next president. Charlotte's leaning more towards an engineer because he likes to build stuff, and I want him to be president. I mean, if Trump can be president, Charlie can definitely be president and fix all the things that Trump's doing right now. And I shouldn't have said that because I try to stay out of all that crap, but I don't like Trump. I don't know if but I don't like Trump for a different reason. You're with Charlotte? Lemonhead said the engineer was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, more money, and he won't get treated like crap by half the country. And but you never know. My son could unite the entire country and be one of the best ever. So, Lemon, are you going to come on tonight, or how are you feeling? I'm hoping you weren't too ill, that maybe you just had things you had to do, or you got to do a mail call. Okay. Well, let's get off mine and you do yours. I'll come and chat and say ooh 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 on yours. What do you think? Because without you doing your auction, I had to go to Jesse's this week, and Charlotte's mad at me. Actually, I couldn't resist. They had a 911 copper, and you know how I like the copper, and they had 911 to go with my dollars that I have and my other stuff that I have. So yeah, I had to get that. I just had to. And we're still waiting for you. She knows. I told her that you were going to at least come for a visit, and you should. You should at least come for a visit. Get yourself together. Come for a visit. See if you could stand to live with all our dogs and our cats. Because trust me, I can't stand our dogs and cats. Charlotte's constantly cleaning. I'm allergic to everything, so she's constantly having to clean because of the dogs and cats. Because the worst thing for me is dust, and we live in a dust bowl with dogs and cats. I keep my little nook here done. So, well, I'm going to get off then. You go start yours up because I expect to see you on in the next 10 minutes. Can you do that? Because I don't want to sit here and wait and you not come on. I'm guessing you've already left. 10 minutes. You got it, bud. I'll get Charlie in here and he'll help me ooh and ah. Love you, Lemon. Love you guys. Everybody have a good day. See you on Lemon Stream.